Hey guys, it's July and man, have we got a lot of work to do around the farm this month. We woke up this morning to a terrible rainstorm that took hours to finish off. Finally, it's gone. So, trying to get the tractors put in the field, try to get some work done starting right now. So, we got our silage field that's ready to go. We've got to get this thing cut, windrowed, baled, and wrapped. Um, Also, on top of that, all of our grain fields are ready to harvest. So I've got all the tractors out, I've got everything set up, and we're going to jump right into the fields and start getting some work done. Man, I love to see this S7 take off for the first time here. Getting unfolded, getting warmed up and ready to go. This is going to be a great harvest. There's going to be lots of crops that we got to pull out of the field and get into the silos. And I worked earlier today on getting a lot of our just random farm chores done. I got the sheep fed. I got the greenhouses refilled with water. Everything should be good to go there. Here comes the S7. Let's take a look at it as it comes by. But the main focus today, the priority, getting these fields harvested, getting our grain put up in the silo, and then we have to come right behind and cultivate and seed and fertilize. So we'll see how much we can get done. What a great looking machine that is. All right, we'll get the Valtra over to the grass field. I'm hoping that the new John Deere harvester is going to be able to get most of that field before we have to empty it. We only have the one grain cart, and I'm not sure if it will hold as much as the harvester will hold. So we'll have to see what's up with that once it gets full. We're gonna take this guy down here and park him. So that he's ready to go as soon as we can get him in the field. Make sure we're out of the roadways, of course, don't get stopped. All right. We're ready to start carting as soon as we're needed here. After this field, we have to get down in the river bottom and harvest the oat field, and then we have to harvest the wheat field. And I think we may harvest with swaths so that we can get the straw bales off of that as well. Um, okay, there's our first cart of many going into the silo today. Doing good over here in the grass field. there we go. Let's get this thing folded up. Get it back over to the barn. Actually, we're gonna park it right here on the street. We'll get our windrower taken off. Out for the delivery truck. We'll check back in with the combine. He may be getting close to getting full or being done, which would be great. All right, almost full. What's the problem here? Oh, he's empty. Alright, so we'll get this carted back over. Put in the silo. It's pretty good timing, so we'll get this in the silo, then we'll get our Dude's tractor set up with the... We'll get him set up with the cultivator. And then we'll get him cultivating that canola field. That'll give us opportunity to take the harvester and move on to the next field. Alright, canola in the silo. Gotta pick up a little bit more from the combine and bring it back just to empty it out. That's that. Like a glove. Okay, he's trucking along just fine. Let's bounce back over. Get the case back over to the silo and drop what very little canola there is left in this bin. Just a little bit. So a couple of things that happened this morning. If you notice, we seem to have a little bit more money than we ended with at the end of June. Two reasons for that. This morning while it was raining, I took a drive around town and I found two collectibles that they gave me $10,000 for to put in the grain mill museum. So that boosted us up by $20,000. That was great. The other thing that happened was I was going to do a little bit of a color change on the Silverado 3500 that I keep in the shop garage, and I accidentally sold it. So I sold the truck, so then I had to turn around and sell the bed, and we didn't use that truck really anyway, so it's gone now, and we have that money in the bank. Doing great in the river bottom with the oat field. Alright, so we're going to get the dutes here. We're going to take the mowers off of it. Where are we going to put them? We didn't have a chance to wash them yet. So we're just going to sit them right here by the shop. We'll drop that one. Once we get these off, we're going to grab the cultivator and get this guy going in the field here with the cultivator. New cultivator, we haven't used this one yet. So we'll check and see how it does. Cultivate this canola field and we'll replant canola back in it. Of course, we can't plant today or this month, so we'll have to wait, do a planting next month. But having a larger cultivator hopefully will make this job a little more efficient, a little quicker. Alright, looks like he's gonna maybe start with the ups and downs. Alright, whatever does it for you, buddy. How are we doing here? Getting things windrowed just nice. Looks great. Once that's done, we can grab the baler and start doing some baling work. We'll hang out here with the combine and see how that goes for a minute. I think maybe a seeder will be on our list for next equipment to upgrade. I'm using the Great Plains seeder with the fertilizer attachment on it, but it's only 4 meters, and as our farm grows and fields grow, that's going to get slower and slower. Maybe we'll check out the used vehicle sale here in just a minute, see if, fingers crossed, we get lucky. I seriously doubt it, but who knows. Let's go back to the oat field. Actually, let's check in on our guy in the silage field. Alright, so just a couple more rows left for him to put together. Then we'll be ready to bale and wrap this. This is coming along really good. Oat field is getting harvested pretty quick, so this is going a little better than I was hoping. We've missed that big center section. I have faith he's gonna go get that. This combine is making short work of these fields. This was definitely a great upgrade for us to make. Pretty soon we'll own that field, and it will be part of this field, and then soon after that we'll own the green field down below, and it will also be part of this field, turning those 3 fields into one huge field. But with bigger fields comes a need for bigger equipment. Alright, 2 passes should clean this up. Good deal. And looks like we're about to finish this up. So let's get that folded up. And let's get this guy back up to the barn. We need to get the baler, we need to get a new net. Pardon me. Need to get it loaded up with net and with wrap. And maybe we'll run down and bale the straw field first. So let's get this guy. Alright. Gotta get the truck out. And the soccer ball. Okay. Just gonna back the truck in beside the shed there. There we go. Go hook up to the baler and pull that out. We need net and wrap for this guy. Hopefully we can just pull right up here to the edge of the garage where I have the net and the wrap. See if we can get that guy. There we go. Get this guy parked right here. Gonna have to jump out, go empty the combine so that he can head over to the wheat field. Out of the way. Let's go shut down the combine for now. Let's put our pipe back in. There we go. All right. Get our oats in the silo. And then we'll come back and move the combine over to the next field. Get that taken care of, and that's just going to leave us lots and lots of baling for the day. I'm almost tempted. I don't run course play. If I ran course play, I would be extremely tempted to go and lease a square baler for the straw and have a worker do that. But not something I'm running. I think there would be some practice involved in setting that up anyway, so not something to jump into right now. So we're going to bale manually today. Alright, we'll shut this down, jump into the combine. What's going to be the best way to get it out of here? Guess the way we came in? If we can get around the baler? And we're not going to try to squeeze by there, we're going to move it. Alright. A little bit of musical equipment here. Probably wouldn't hurt to come down here with a chainsaw and clear out a few of these trees and some of this scrub brush. Might be a good project for when we don't have anything else going on. Really didn't want to have to put this thing on a trailer today if we could help it. And it looks like, with the exception of that stop sign, we're going to be able to make it just fine. And maybe not even hit the stop sign. Look at that. Perfect. Right into the wheat field. Nice. Alright. Oh, looks like our cultivating is coming to an end. Let's check our timeline on the calendar and see when we can plant canola again. So that's going to be in August. I think we're going to plant canola in all of our fields next time around. Can't plant wheat again until September. And oat can't go in the ground again until March. So it looks like we're going to have all canola fields next time. So I guess worrying too much about having a baler that would quickly bale up straw is not that big of a deal. Alright, so we'll let that guy finish up. We'll leave our tractor here with the cart until the combine's ready. And we'll go down and start on the back side here. Okay, let's make sure we have our wrap turned off. Let's get this thing fired up. Here we go. Let's make some bales. We're also going to have to get these bales out of the field before we can cultivate, but we have time. I don't have anything that needs straw, so we're just going to hang on to it to sell it. It's not a huge money maker, but it'll help. Every little bit helps. Okay, and with this final pass, I think that's going to finish up getting this field baled. Lots of straw bales in the field. We're going to have to come pick those up. I think what I'm going to do, once we finish with this field, getting these bales wrapped up or tied up, is I'm going to go grab the combine. It should be finished up with the wheat field, get it emptied out, get that wheat put into the silo, and then we're going to uh, grab the trailer, come over with the truck, get these bales picked up. Once we get the bales picked up um, and out of the way, we're going to set the cultivator over here so that he can work on this. Then we'll move into the wheat field, we'll bale that straw up, and then we'll go from there. So let me get the baler across the road here into the field so that it can be ready. Let's hop out, let's grab the combine, get it back over to the farm. That way we can get the rest of this wheat out of it. Let's see, what's going to be the safest route? Probably the way we came, so we'll go through here with this great big old header. That's the last of our fields that need to be harvested as well. So as long as we can squeeze between these trees right here, we're going to be okay. Perfect. Good deal. And just to eliminate any issues, we're just going to go ahead and pipe out right here. And then we'll go grab the truck. Or not the truck. We'll go grab the case with the grain bin. We'll go and we'll grab this product. Bring it to the silo, and we'll be done carting, and we can focus on getting bales put away. There we go. Pick up what's left of this. Once that's done, we'll be able to fold this thing up. There we go. Alright, so let's pipe in, and then we'll fold our combine. There we go. Then we got to figure out a way to get this thing in the wash bay. I guess to get it in the wash bay, we're just going to have to remove the header and take the combine itself in. But no worries, we'll get it cleaned up before it's needed next year. Alright, in goes the last of the wheat and the last of our grain harvest for this year. So, everything is looking good so far. Perfect. Get the cart pulled around. Dropped off here in the grassy spot, grassy island. Good deal, good deal. So let's just use the case while we're at it. Can we use the case? Yeah, just gotta get him lined up. Then we'll use the case to go pick up the straw bales out of the field we just wrapped. There we go. Perfect. So let's get this thing fired up. Get our baler ready to go here. Get it on. Drop our pickup. And let's jump in, start picking up this straw now. Oh, but what we also need to do is we need to get our cultivator working in the field. So let's get this guy fired up and get a worker in him. Let's get this taken care of. Yeah, get that unfolded. Make sure he's good to go. I don't think there's going to be any issues with it. Then we'll bounce back over, finish baling that straw. Alright, he's going to go out into the middle, start in the center, and then do his headlands when he's finished with the middle. Good deal. Alright, back to the straw baling. We got about 20 bales. I didn't do a hard count, but I'm thinking about 20 bales from the other field that we just baled. We've dropped one here so far. Oh, I forgot to reset the bale counter. Let's hope we don't get ran over swinging out the road to grab this swath. Easy peasy. Alright, let's get on it. Okay, that's going to finish up this field. Now we can get moved over to the grass field and start baling some grass and wrapping some silage. We'll swing down and check on our worker who's cultivating and see how he's coming along as well. Looks like he is finishing up with his ups and downs and working on the headlands. He should be done here in no time. Things are coming along pretty great. We need to get the grass field wrapped and baled, and that'll do it for today, I think. Goodness, it's been a long day. Lots of work have happened today. We need to stop by the shop on our way over and make sure that we have enough bale net. So let's see. That took the last of our netting. So let's get this guy over to the grass field. Then we will jump back over into the case, get over into the straw field and pick up those bales that we just got through baling. All right. Okay, let's go get those straw bales picked up. Got those picked up. We'll get the case down over to the grass field so that once that's baled and wrapped, we can grab those bales and get those over into the shed. So we'll get him parked right over here on the edge of the field. Excellent. And real quick, just before we get going, check on our cultivator. Looks like he's about to finish up. Alright, here we go. We'll leave the first few bales unwrapped for the sheep, and then we'll wrap the rest for silage. And that looks like it's going to be the end of this field. I think we'll finish that last bale up when we cut it next time. So let's shut down our baler. Oh. Got that guy shut down. We not turn off the tractor? Turn off the tractor there. Some nice looking field of silage and grass. Alright, let's hop in our hay picker here. See if we can't get these bales up. I'd like to just grab the wrapped bales for now. There we go. Probably going to be 2 trips to get all this picked up. But this is going to fund our field expansion for next season. So having this silage in storage is going to be it's going to be great for us. Don't want to get that grass bale, but we want to get this silage bale. There we go. Just the green ones for now. Looks like we can get one more. Now, I have done some experimentation with this trailer, and you can take more bales and stack them on top of these bales using super strength, and then they fall all the way down to the bottom of the trailer deck inside of the bales on the bottom. But there's nothing about it that looks realistic. And so we'll get these over to the shed and put inside, and then we'll come back and get the rest. I think our farmyard is a wreck. You got equipment all over the place. And that finishes up all the bales in this field. So we got 31 wrapped bales out of it and 7 unwrapped grass bales for the sheep. Alright. Let's get this over to the shed and put away. Let's get our cultivator brought into the farmyard. And I think that may do it for us for the day. There we go. Let's see, we'll go ahead and take this trailer and put it away. There goes the sign. Whew, that's a full shed. We may be in a situation where we need a bigger one. I don't see how we're going to get our lettuce in there as well. So, go ahead and get the baler brought back over to the farmyard as well. It could definitely stand to be cleaned. Alright. Get this cultivator folded up. Next thing we need to do is fertilize these fields and spray them with herbicide before we plant in them next month. But I think we're going to wait until tomorrow on that. Let's make sure we have everything brought back over for now. Looks like we're in good shape. Let's get the combine finagled back over into the main part of the yard. There we go. And guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode. So we harvested 3 grain fields and 1 grass field in one day while waiting out a rainstorm before we could start any of it. So I would call that a pretty productive day. We got a lot of dirty equipment. I think I'm going to spend the rest of the evening washing implements and tractors and putting them to bed. I appreciate you hanging out with us today. If you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.